Welcome back, everyone. Uh, Today, it's been a couple of days since the blog post actually went out. So, if you don't remember, today we're going to be talking about comfort foods and what that does for your rest, what it can do, what we can do with it. So, we thought we'd start out by saying what our comfort foods are and what we like. I personally love greasy diner food. Just I don't know. There's something about it. A good double cheeseburger and fries. If it's just around the house, then it's probably snacks. So it's probably definitely chips, not pretzels, not popcorn, chips. Uh, and of course, donuts. That's my favorite food in the entire world, basically. Aside from turkey, but
Mhm.
donuts I think are a little more on that. People don't accept it as a number one food. Like you should not eat donuts all the time. So
Yeah, that's okay. Everybody is different. Mine, on the other hand, are truly just straight up sweets. Cookies, brownies, donuts if we have them, cake, ice cream, whatever. I just, I like my sweets, and that's not good. And I know that. Um, so, so yeah, like it's interesting when I've had hard days, and since I stay at home, I have the opportunity to eat whatever's in the house without anyone watching if I do it at the most opportune moments. Um, so it's kind of been a mission to make sure that we don't have as much snacky or sweets in the house, more so to keep myself in check. Chad hates it. But, we have to work as a team sometimes. And right now, as I continue to work on my own regulation, where maybe one day I won't need comfort foods, that would be crazy if that was true. But maybe one day. But since I know I still need them, yeah, it's better not to have them or to have like very few amounts of them in the house.
yeah, it definitely regulates me because I can't snack. Like if I'm grumpy and I just want to spend the afternoon on the couch, I'd definitely grab a snack if I could.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't really have that. We have enough. We have chips in the house, but that's mostly for either dinners we've planned or my lunches. So I don't want to dig into that stash because then I won't have the chips for my meals. Um,
I have
so
to run really quick. I'll be back. Keep
yeah,
talking.
talk about comfort food. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but Gigi is looking for some comfort food. Um, but yeah, so not having it in the house definitely helps because then no, let me back up. So me, when I seek the comfort food and I eat, I can't stop. So then I end up eating way too much and then I feel guilty. So then on top of the stressor of whatever I'm dealing with and trying to work through that, now on top of it, I have guilt and shame because I ate way too much and I feel like garbage. And I'm thinking to myself, why did I just do that? So not having it in the house helps me work through the actual problem itself, and I don't try to seek comfort from food because it's yeah, sure, it soothes, but it doesn't solve. So um, it's it's kind of a fine line with comfort food. I feel because there is a part of it, kind of like we were just talking about with the holidays, is there's a part of it that's so nostalgic and sentimental because like we were talking you can connect food with people or a feeling, and
Mm-hmm.
like Thanksgiving dinner I connect it with quality family time. So not only do I just absolutely love turkey, but the meal itself just reminds me of family time together, and I love that. So that is a comfort food. Do I overindulge every time that I get stressed out or angry on turkey and mashed potatoes and green bean casserole? No. It takes way too long to cook all that, anyways. But there, there is comfort food, as in, wow, this brings back memories. I really love this. It's your birthday. Hey, let's bust out your favorite meal because
It's special to you.
it's special. But when you seek comfort and you seek um,
Release from
release,
emotions, from mental struggles, overwhelmed feelings.
it doesn't work.
Not as well. Because like even in the blog post we talked about, like, comfort foods do bring you something. They bring you some temporary peace and pleasure, right? And they take you to a new frame of mind, which is huge when you're kind of just stuck. So then it's recognizing that space of when you have gotten to that point of peace and calm, and now it's, how can we move forwards? How can I keep going, not relying on this food anymore? Because if I eat another bite, I'm going to start feeling guilty and shameful, and I'm going to feel fat when I look at myself in the mirror, or just crummy because now the sugar's overwhelming my body, and you're going to need physical rest now. But like, how do you cope, and how do you encourage that emotional and mental struggle that you have? And that's where you employ the friend who you can talk to and just de-stress, or just talk through whatever emotion is or whatever problem it is that you might have. It could be journaling, it could be praying, it could be just meditating. It could honestly just be taking a walk and being back in nature. Like, there's just something about walking in nature, under trees, in snowscape, in the bitter cold. Like, there's just something about being outside, and it just rejuvenates us. And the fresh air is so wonderful, and it fills our bodies with what we need, and then that affects our brains in the right ways to then help us cope with the emotional or mental stress that we're under.
Yeah. So I think it all comes down to remembering that your comfort food soothes, but it doesn't solve. So let it help you calm down if you really need to. But don't think that it's going to just take away the problem. You need to work through it. So whatever it is, if you're angry and upset with something or someone, you're going to have to work through it. You can't just eat your feelings, as people say.
Yeah.
If you're, stressed out about something, feeling anxious, again, if you really need to eat a donut, whatever, fine, but let it just get you to a point where you can stop and then work through that problem.
Take hold of what's happening. Yeah. Just remember, like, you don't want to create another problem. You need to work through what's going on right now. You need to rest from whatever it is that's overworking you, overwhelming you, and that's okay. And I'm going to be honest, we would never tell you to stop eating your comfort foods. Like, we are some of the biggest advocates of comfort foods and junk foods. So much so that we are doing our best to try and find different ways, different healthier options that still, bring some of that joy that those junkier, those more sugary options bring. And it's just because we want to have a healthier lifestyle while still indulging and having fun with our food, because you don't want to not enjoy your food.
Yeah. You gotta live life, have fun, enjoy it, indulge a little, just don't overindulge.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much it for tonight. So thanks for tuning in, and keep a lookout for the next blog post and the next video. All right. Rest well, rest often, friends.